Welcome back to another episode of Fireside Tech, guys. I hope you enjoyed your week and are ready to learn something new today. Before we jump into today's topic, I just want to remind you guys real quick to hit the subscribe button if you have yet to already, and also hit that notification bell just for fun. Today we're going to be doing steel wool photography, and this is really going to take your photos to the next level. You can master this and create a whole bunch of different steel wool techniques. Before I show you some of the items we're going to use today, I want to remind you guys to please be careful, and this has to be safe. When you're looking for a location to do this, you're going to want to choose a cemented area with nothing around that could catch on fire. Preferably a wet night. Tonight we were lucky and it was snowing all day, so it's a little bit wet. Take these warnings seriously because you don't want anything bad to happen. That's the last thing we're trying to do here in photography. The actual gear we're going to need is a camera, and this camera is going to have to be set on a tripod so there is no movement during the shot. This shot is going to be a long exposure, which means the shutter is going to be open for a certain amount of period of time to capture the picture. And during that time, you don't want any movement of the camera or else it will ruin the end picture. This is why we'll need a tripod, the actual steel wool itself. And what you're going to want to find is a fine steel wool. This is what we'll be lighting on actual fire, a whisk and a lanyard. Lanyard's going to be hooked onto your whisk, and we're going to load up the whisk with the steel wool inside here. Lighter. This is what you're going to need to actually light the steel wool. We'll light it on fire. Our camera will be over there. We'll be taking the picture. Let me show you how to prepare it. After we prepare those items, we could take them out to our location and take the pictures. So another tip I'd give for you guys is during the daytime, try to find a location that's heavily cemented and in the open with a decent amount of foreground. So I'll get this ready and we'll take you guys on the road. I use my garden gloves. I noticed the steel wool sound. I don't really like how, not the sound, the feel of the steel wool. I don't like how it is on my hands. So I use these gloves. What we're gonna do is get some steel wool in this bag here. So that way when we're at the location, we don't have to rip steel wool out and put it into our whisk. And yeah, just essentially wasting time. And if it's cold too as well, you just wanna get in and out. So it's gonna help you in the long run for this part. The more you break it up, the better it's actually gonna disperse the fire. Well, the embers, well, it's actually lit and spinning around. Okay, so we have all our gear set up now. We're ready to go. The only last thing I suggest to you is wearing dark clothes. So I have my old black sweater here, and I like a hood just because the embers get flying around and I just don't want anything to fall on me. I've never caught myself on fire yet, but yeah, so dark clothes. I have dark track pants on too. In the photo, since you'll be swinging it, and in the photo, you'll kind of be hidden away more too as well. Now we're here at our location. It's a little windy tonight too as well, and a wind could be a problem, so we'll try it out. So we found the baseball field actually instead of the parking lot. We're just going in here now. Another problem we were finding in the parking lot, there was too many lights around. Show them the lights over there, so you can see the school and stuff. You want to face away from the lights, so we're going to go towards this way. We still have some houses over there, but you can't really beat that. You're going to want to have a wide lens, and or even an ultra wide lens, because you're going to want to capture the most in this picture. So our shutter is going to be open from anywhere for 10 to 15 seconds. That way we get the most light in the picture, and our f-stop is going to be anywhere from 5, in between 5 and 8, and then we're going to have our ISO at 100. So for this settings, you're going to want to be in manual mode, but if you don't like manual, you can also use the shutter mode too as well. So now I'm walking over into the open area. So ready? Trying to get this lit now. It's very windy. They're now winging the wool around, so it should be done. I don't know how that was. It was a little bit hard with garlic. We have got the photo. Okay, so we're now back on the computer here in Lightroom, and we're gonna start editing up this photo. Here's the first photo. It came out a little blurry because there is movement during the photo, so it caused camera shake. And here's the photo I did end up liking, so we'll go with editing this photo for today. Typically, I would take anywhere from 8 to 10 pictures. So I'm just going to take you guys through my process of editing Lightroom photos, and this is how I go about editing a steel wool photo. So I'm going to bring the exposure up a little bit here, and also play with the contrast a little, bring this up. Now I'm just gonna play with the shadows, pull it all the way down because I want to be hidden in the photo. And I just hold shift and double click whites and blacks, and it just automatically puts it where where the computer thinks it should be. I'm gonna bring up the clarity a little bit here on this one. Take in some vibrance, bring up those colors a little bit in there, and the saturation too. So you crank it too far, it can be a little much, so we're just gonna leave it there. So vibrance does the same thing, kind of. All right, and I like playing with the highlights, lights, darks, and shadows too as well. And also you can play with the camera calibration here. I like to just, especially with steel wool, because you never know what kind of colors you can get out of it, just play around with it. And yeah, you have all your primary colors, so give them a slide and see what you like. So now I'm just going to go back and change this color temperature to see if it looks better blue or yellow. More blue or more yellow. I think that this blue kind of looks nicer. It's lightening up a little bit. And let's see this actually. I'll use the color picker. That is nice. I will go with this. So you can press Y to see before and after, and that was before, and on the right is after. I'm going to airdrop this photo to myself and upload it on the Instagram. Check out Visualaftervisual on Instagram to see those steel wool photos. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I did. Share this video if you think anyone could use this information. Like it if you did. It's a Creative Fro, and that's it for today. Peace.